Oh, jeez. What really confuses me is when people in North America, they think that because they endorse Asian culture, yet they don't accept Asian people. The first thing I want to talk about is so New York Police Department are looking for like a white dude who said who attacked who punched an elderly Asian woman and threw Chinese food at her husband in New York, saying effing Asians, go back to China, which is a common phrase. A lot of Chinese Americans or Chinese Canadians or people who look identical to Chinese or yeah. So what happened was in 230 West 54th Street near Broadway, Midtown, at 6:35 on Sunday, police said the suspect engaged a fight by punching who was 63 years old, and so she's elderly. So, according to PIX 11 News, so the suspect then allegedly punched the woman in the face and then shoved her to the ground, and then afterward he allegedly poured Chinese food on her 60-year-old husband, according to New York Post. So before assaulting the woman, this man that said fucking Asians go back to China, which is yeah. It's interesting how they say go back to China to like Asians, but technically their ancestors do not own North America, and they are from Europe, and so yeah, so the Aboriginals could have every single right to go back to where you came from too. So apparently the senior lady suffered from back pain due to the assault by that white man, but refused medical attention. The suspect left scene on a bicycle southbound on Broadway. So apparently the authorities believe he is homeless. So this is not the first time we've seen a homeless person. And the last time we heard was a homeless guy attacking an Asian cop, female cop. So on Monday night, police released a witness video showing the unidentified suspect after the alleged attack. So he's carrying a backpack and wearing dark-colored clothes, including a T-shirt with the words "Buffalo Wild Wings." So apparently he's a fan of those. So incident is being investigated as a hate crime. Obviously, because yeah, if someone says such words, yeah, of course it's a hate crime. No doubt about it. Okay, so I'm looking at a footage by Crime Stoppers. New York Police Department Crime Stoppers. So there's some dude looking back. He's wearing some brown clothing, dark clothing. Looking back, carrying a backpack in his right arm, and cycling away down Broadway. Well, although there's a lot of people on Broadway, always. And New York City is one of those streets, those cities that the city never sleeps. And I've been on Broadway, so walking down on Broadway, and yeah, there has been like always people on Broadway. So like some people have questioned why weren't there people like any bystanders who decided to step in and help the person, that elderly woman, and also her husband. So the one thing that's very rude, and this ties in with people in the white, people endorsing Asian culture, but not accepting Asian people. The white guy, he was like, he was eating Chinese food. Yeah, he decides to attack a Chinese elderly person and her husband. You see where I'm going at? So it's just disgusting how these people are eating Chinese food, yet they hate Chinese people. And it's, of course, adding on to not just Donald Trump, but yeah, people thinking of because of the coronavirus situation, they hate Chinese people even more because of that. And also people who look Chinese, like Korean, Japanese, Malaysian, Taiwan, Singaporean, and Mongolian, or anyone Indonesian, and anyone who is sort of look similar to. So New York police are offering a $3,500 reward for information that leads to the suspect. Now, you can call them that 1-800-577-TIPS, or you can message them on via Twitter on the New York Police Department Crime Stoppers. And looking at the photo of this guy, yeah, he looks like scum anyways. So, please step in and help any Asians who are like getting attacked by someone verbally or physically, or maybe even both. Also, do contact the authorities and also the local Asian support groups. Because people really need to like step in and help people. Fine, if you're doing it for really black people, why don't you doing it for like Asian people too? Come on.